I felt so disappointed when God told me in 2023 that He was going to bless me so much. That was the adjective, so much. I ended the rest of the year, always looking out for the big check, always looking out for that big order, customer client order that would, make that difference. I spent the rest of the year, expecting that big favor that would shift my finances finally. Instead, something else was happening all through the year 2023. I was being taken, okay, from I was actually ill from January of from early 2023, okay, but it wasn't. I was going to hospitals, but it wasn't as serious as from September. It became consistent. Being taken to the hospitals were very normal. Like 2 weeks, I would be rushed to the hospital. I kept asking God, "You said you would bless me. I don't understand. Your blessing maketh rich, adds no sorrow. I don't understand. Is this the blessing? Where is the blessing?" And this persisted even on 31st of the year of December of that year. It was unbelievable to me. I couldn't believe that I was going to enter the year without that mega shift in my life. And no, just chill. You're going to be so amazed at this. So the next year, I checked my life. You know, it persisted. It actually became worse. Going to hospital was like I would be rushed to the hospital. It was almost every 2 weeks I would be rushed, and if I'm rushed to the hospital, I would stay for around 2 weeks, then get back. In next 2 weeks, I'll be rushed again, and I was going to different hospitals. It wasn't just one hospital that was managing me. It was various hospitals like, oh, this one's they're not getting it right. We have to try this other hospital. And it was so horrible. So horrible. What did I have? I had diabetes, and I had the gestational diabetes because I had my baby when it started, but I didn't know. I wasn't sensitized about how dangerous diabetes could be. And why I mention this is because I feel like there are lots of people who don't know how dangerous diabetes could be, and they have parents and they are telling them, just eat your food and take your drug. Please don't do that. Eat the right food, then take your drug, and a little bit of exercise like walking. That would do. So I didn't know. So I helped in messing up my system, and it resulted in chronic anxiety. Yeah, it was chronic. And next year I'm going to talk about that experience more because I realized over here in Nigeria there is not much awareness about anxiety, and people are dying. People are dying. They say, oh, this just happened. People are dying from anxiety because just like I wasn't sensitized about how dangerous having diabetes could be, anxiety is one of those things that you don't really people over here have not been sensitized about. And let me tell you the shocking part of this. The shocking part of this experience is that no doctor that I met was able to tell me you have anxiety. Until the Holy Ghost spoke through my mouth and said, I asked a doctor, I said, could it be that I have anxiety? And mind you, as of that time, I didn't even know what anxiety was like. And in fact, the truth is, without going through anxiety, if you told me that anxiety, like someone in Africa, a Nigerian, is having anxiety, I would be like, what are you talking about? Anxiety. Kai, what kind of petty demon is that? So it's a shocking experience for me. No one diagnosed it, but let's leave that to another time, okay? So I in fact I was waking, I was dying and waking, I was dying. I had panic attacks on several occasions. It was horrible. It felt like I would go to sleep wondering if I was going to die. And I kept wondering, God said you're going to bless me. I don't understand. Is it when I die? I don't understand. Where is the blessing now? As the year 2024 was rounding off, I decided that the blessing is my life. Yes. I decided that the blessing of God upon me, the blessing God was talking about, was my life. And I was so grateful. It was huge. Yeah, it was huge. Huge enough to be the blessing. Because I had experienced being close to death, having had near death experiences over and over and over. So it was huge. But can I shock you? God shocked me. So let me shock you as well. Not long ago, God said, your life is not the blessing. Jesus. God said to me, If I said I would bless you and money was the blessing, I have cheated you. I have cheated you because you are a royal priesthood. How can money be the blessing that I can give you? How can money be the blessing that I can give? He said, it's not money. And it's not the life that you have. This is awesome. He said, the purpose of you being alive is the blessing. The essence of you being alive is the blessing. He said, Holy Ghost said this. He said, how can being alive be a blessing? Are mad people not alive? Is their life a blessing? And then he said, you are not blessed until you are a blessing to another. So mad people, oh Jesus, he made me to understand the purpose, and this gave me more hunger to understand, why am I here? I've been working with God. I know the things he has said. I know he's training me, he's pruning me, he's doing a lot. I'm in ministry. I have things I'm doing. But this brought it so clear how God hold this thing called purpose, how so dear it is to him. And this is why I'm inviting you to Whole Woman Conference. It's not just a conference, it's a movement where we discover our essence in prayers, through a deep walk with the Holy Ghost. We understand our essence. We walk in health. We walk with the availability of the tools of finance. Finance is a tool. We have access to those things that are required to fulfill this divine purpose. Please, if you are in Enugu, whether male or female, I invite you wholeheartedly, not just so you can come to my program. No. I see programs that I host as me being a mere, what's that word now? A herald or something like that. Just being the one who Holy Ghost will transmit through. A channel. I don't see myself. It's not my program. But I invite you because of what I am certain that God is set to do in this time and season. Shifts are going to take place in this meeting because there is a Kairos moment in lives right now. So we need to key in through meaningful spirit-led programs like this one and be actively involved and in prayers. I want to encourage you. Please, I'm not begging you just so you can come to another program. I'm begging you because we have to get this thing of purpose right. As a woman, as a man. Because that's where you get your well done. Faithful servant. That is where you get well done in fulfilling the purpose for which you are sent. Thank you. I expect to see you and I'll welcome you personally. The Lord bless you.